Breaking down the walls of heartache, bang, bang. I am. Don't worry. That bit's gonna come back. So I think the reason why I love dinosaurs, so I love dinosaurs so much that when I was younger, I put on a mask and I pretended that the mask of the dinosaur took over, and I headbutted my friend's brother, and he got a nosebleed. And no, wait, dinosaurs was last episode. So let's kick off this one with a new movie review. I thought that The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro was dog shit, overrated dog shit, and I think that if you liked it, you are a fool. I'm kidding. Well, all I really want to say is Halloween 4 is a piece of dog shit, and I really don't have any more to say on that. So let's talk about Glow. So if you weren't aware, GLOW stands for the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. It's a new series on Netflix. It's got 2 seasons out so far, based on the actual Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling TV show. So basically, the show centers around this guy, Sam Sylvia. He's this old director guy, and he hasn't done, he specializes in these old, cult movies, these really violent. Now he's got handed this wrestling show to do, and he's gonna do his best. And then to his right hand man, we got Bash, and he's the executive producer of the show because he's got lots of money, kinda. So throughout the show, we get a great roster of characters. We got Machu Picchu and Sheila. She's a fucking wolf girl. And we got Britannica and Melrose and Junk Chain and the Toxic Twins that were these elderly twin thing. All these awesome characters aside, our 2 main characters here are Liberty Bell, who represents, of course, America and all that is wholesome and good and all that stuff. And then playing her opposite is little Annie Edison, who's all grown up and is a struggling actress trying to make her way, and she finds her way into this wrestling show and becomes the character Zoya the Destroyer. Basically, between these 2 characters, it comes down to a "you slept with my husband, I will never forgive you." It all comes to a head in season 2, and I won't ruin anything, but I think you should really go and check it out. There's a lot of B plots and sub storylines, and there's just a lot going on. Okay, it's Glow. With a cast this big, you're gonna expect a lot of storylines. There's this one insane plot where okay, so Liberty Bell has this match with Welfare Queen. Is this character that's supposed to play this lazy Welfare Queen. It's Welfare Queen. The actress's son, who goes to Harvard, or I think it's Harvard. He goes to a big school. Okay, I don't know. So he ends up coming to watch one of these shows because he finds out that his mom is a wrestler. Liberty Bell gets the crowd chanting get a job, get it, and she runs off and crying, and then the crowd kind of turns on Liberty Bell. All of a sudden, boom, it's up to Zoya. So she goes and grabs this little girl out of the crowd, and it's okay, just follow my lead kind of thing. It's Liberty Bell, I have your daughter, and I'm running away with your daughter. And she was oh no, my daughter, Savannah! And the mom's sitting there So then there's this big, redemption thing where Liberty Bell, the people love her again, thanks to Zoya, Alison Brie's character. I can't remember what her name is in the show. Ruth. It's Ruth. So yeah, Ruth, she's the best character ever. She's this little, kind of geeky, spunky. She tries her hardest, but, the world just decides to piss on her all the time. And she makes mistakes, but she admits when she makes mistakes. And not a lot of the characters on the show can do that, especially Sam. Sam's an asshole, but he's a great character. I do really enjoy him. Bash as well. They're both great characters. You know, they're all great characters. Okay, so this so check out Glow. The 2 seasons are on Netflix. I really enjoyed it, and I think you will as well. And then go and check out the documentary. There's a documentary on the original Glow series, and the original series was not as short-lived as it is portrayed in the Glow Netflix series. So that's on Netflix too, and check it out. It's Glow. It's great. It's fantastic. So now we're gonna go over to my good friend, the man formerly known as Dr. Von Baron Fleetwood Mac, and he has an announcement to make. Wait. Okay. Hello, bonjour. Due to a cease and desist order from the German people, the character formerly known as myself, the Dr. Von Baron Fleetwood Mac, will be no more. In his place is me, le francophone, le Dr. Baron Fleetwood Le Mac. Alors bonjour. I just had to say sorry for the offensive stereotype I was portraying before. So today I'm going to teach you a phrase in French, and hopefully this is the first steps into building the bridge of friendship with you. Repeat after me in your workbook at home. Follow along, please. J'aime Halloween parce que le citrouille est orange. J'aime Halloween because the citron est j'aime Halloween. Oh, I know this one. This one's easy. Halloween parce que la citrouille. La. It's just L-A. That's easy. Citrouille. Citrouille. Orange. Oh, that wasn't so hard, was it? J'aime Halloween parce que la citrouille est orange. Oh. Orange. Oh. J'aime Halloween parce que la citrouille est orange. Hello and welcome to a brand new segment of the show. This is Basement Jams with Sam. I am your host, the titular Samuel Kippuirsoff, and please excuse my excitement, for I am very jubilant in having my own segment on SkipsWorld that is now my own segment. So today on Basement Jams with Sam, we will be looking at a very special album to my heart, an album that really pulls out and tugs at the emotional core that is Samuel Kippuirsoff, Chris de Burgh's Spanish Train and Other Stories.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm Cam Skip, and we're taking Cam's Vinyl Vault on the road today.
Dude, what are you doing here, man? We close in like 5 minutes.
We're here at Music Center Grand Prairie, and this is Colton from Newcastle Kings.
Who are you talking to?
So they've got a new album coming out this fall called Misery Music. And Colton, you want to talk about the new album coming out?
You know you haven't paid for that mic yet, right?
So Misery Music's going to be a bit of a departure from their earlier recordings. A little bit deeper, a little bit darker. Yeah.
What are you doing here, man?
Sponsorship.
Cam, I already told you, Music Center is not going to sponsor SkipsWorld.
See you next time.
Thank you once again for bearing with me as I got very emotional on this first episode of the segment that is and will be from now on Basement Jams with Sam. I have been your host, Samuel Kippuirsoff, and now we're going to Camsplain's Godzilla. Back to you, Cam.
Time for another excellent segment today. My personal favorite, if you know, and I have control back. So today, we will be talking about... Today, we will be talking about Destroy All Monsters. This is, let's just take a minute here and appreciate this amazing box art. I actually picked up this movie years ago, and I bought it with the change that I had in my... I had a lot of change in my pocket, but this ADV release is fantastic. 50th Anniversary Special Edition, Original Motion Picture, and Soundtrack. That's right, it comes with both the original soundtrack and the movie itself. And of course, on the back of the case here, we have the familiar ADV video age suggestion. It's got a nice layout here, like it's a newspaper article. You know, New York gets nuked, Moscow is melted, Tokyo is torn apart. And of course, down at the bottom here, you got all the monsters that are appearing in this movie, which are quite a few, but we'll get to that in a few minutes here. Let's just take a minute to appreciate this cover. Like, man, you got King Ghidorah here, you got Anguirus, Gorosaurus, Godzilla, the king of the monsters, looking very, very menacing, and Manda just kind of hanging out. Destroy All Monsters takes place in the far-off year of 1999, and all of Earth's monsters have been contained on this one little island that they've called Monsterland. So, like, on this island, they use, like, pheromones and different kind of, like, deterrents, almost, like sonic, like, ear... So they'll stay contained on this island, and for the most part, they're a bunch of big softies, you know? They get their fish, they just chill out, they can hang. If I was a giant monster, I'd like to vacation there, you know? Well, there's, like, a base on the moon where they control... some of the So okay, one of the operators on this moon base, his girlfriend is one of the handlers down on Monsterland, and all of a sudden communication is cut off. What's going on, right? So he takes a little spaceship, his little space shuttle thing, and he flies down to Monsterland to see if he can find out what's going on with his girlfriend. And it turns out when he gets there, aliens, man. They're at it again, those pesky aliens. So they've taken control of Monsterland and have unleashed all the monsters around the world. They've taken control of all the monsters. So, like, Godzilla's destroying New York, and Rodan's, like, flying over Moscow, and, like, Mothra's destroying China, and Gorosaurus is, he's off doing dinosaur things. Varan and Manda, and they're just kind of, they're just kind of there. Eventually, this guy, like, defeats the aliens, and he frees his girlfriend, she's being mind-controlled by, like, earrings. That's it. She's like, oh, man, I feel so much better now. So then they get control of all the aliens. So then they get control of all the monsters again, and all of a sudden the monsters are like, oh, well, okay, so what do the aliens do? They're like, oh no, we gotta, what do we have up our sleeve? What's our ace in the hole? And the other alien's like, well, what's always our ace up the hole? King Ghidorah! So they unleash King Ghidorah, and he's around, he's destroying stuff, and he's attacking, and so you get to this point where it's like, they're in this big clearing, right? And all the monsters are like slowly showing up in this big battle royale. They have these two guys that are like announcing it like it's this big wrestling match, right? He's like, oh, it looks like Gorosaurus is the first one on the scene. Let's see who will show up next. Oh, Godzilla's not far behind him. All of a sudden, you got these 8 monsters, and they're here to like kick King Ghidorah's ass. Because you came down to our neck of the woods and started slinging your 3 heads around, and you think that we're not going to be pissed off about that? There's 8 giant monsters in the same scene. It took so many operators and people in suits to coordinate this whole damn thing. I mean, King Ghidorah himself took 3 to 5 operators every time they shot a scene. This is chaos! There's so many people that are trying to shoot this thing. Godzilla like shows up and he like looks at King Ghidorah and he's like, do I know you from, like, have we met before? And King Ghidorah's like, King Ghidorah is kind of like wrecking their shit because they're like, whoa, what do we do? This guy can fly. Guy has 3 heads. Shoots laser beams. Godzilla's like, oh shit, wait. I'm awesome. And all these monsters start like boot fucking King Ghidorah. They just start like stomping on him and rip and kill him and just kicking his ass. So like as Godzilla and Gorosaurus and Mothra and Rodan, they're like kicking the shit out of King Ghidorah. Like Varan and Manda are just kind of there. And then everyone's just like, I guess we did it. There's this shot of Varan at the end. And Varan, he's not the biggest Toho kaiju. He just like flies off. And that's it. So anyway, it's a fun movie. It's a great romp in the big kaiju. It's just fun. It's that time of the show that I get to show you the cool stuff that I found for real cheap. So this week's thrifts, I found a big stack of nostalgia tapes. Got some Digimon, some Shadow Raiders, some Dragonflies. Bet you don't even remember that one. I also found a couple other movies that weren't so kid friendly. You know, I got Van Damme Cyborg. I got The Pit and the Pendulum, Stuart Gordon film. The cover of this thing kind of reminded me of From Beyond. Well, it might be because it says Beyond the Black Rain. None of these ones are my thrift of the week. I was considering this awesome VHS rewinder called the Rewinder Video Cassette Tape Rewinder. But my buddy Brett actually turned me on to what is the actual thrift of the week here on Thrifting with the Thrift King. So he called me up and he said, hey man, you gotta go down to Value Village right now. There's a set down there that you need to pick up. So I went down and checked it out. This is a show that I have not been able to check out yet because I didn't really know where to start. But for $8, I got the complete mystery of Twin Peaks, not including the new TV miniseries that was out earlier last year, 2 years ago. I don't.
I'm not finding anything for miniseries playing nearby.
But it has the 2 seasons of the show, also the motion picture Fire Walk with Me, and the missing pieces. It says right there, missing pieces. 10-disc Blu-ray set, $8. Now that is the thrift win for the Thrift King. So what say we crack this open and give her a go, all right? You know, this is, excuse me, damn fine cup. What the hell just happened? Oh shit, did my beard run away again?